Thank you very much, Secretary Durano, for your kind introduction, and thank you for your leadership also in carrying out our cabinet directives so that tourism has become what it is today. Congratulations. Congressman Chato, the principal sponsor of the Tourism Act, which we are now implementing with this Tourism Congress, congratulations. Our former secretaries of tourism who blazed the trail that has now become a road, and our other officials of the tourism family, and of course the very valuable private sector members of the tourism industry, which are officially recognized by the Tourism Act, the very first law on tourism in our country, as pointed out by Congressman Chato. To all of you, congratulations. In my State of the Nation address in 2001, I said, we have the competitive edge in tourism, in the natural wonders of our country, and the natural warmth of our people. I said, we will provide roads to those wonders and the means to take the tourists there. I said, we will continue to liberalize the airline industry. At that time, the global tourists knew us only for Boracay, Palawan, and Cebu. We needed to reintroduce ourselves. Thus, the Department of Tourism commissioned the international consultants McKinsey & Company to study Philippine tourism with a view to increasing our market share in the booming tourism industry of Southeast Asia. McKinsey recommended, among other things, developing the Northeast Asian market in addition to our traditional U.S. market. As a result, the biggest number of our tourists now come from neighboring Asian countries, with Koreans topping the list for several years. Also impressive is a 500% growth since 2001 of tourists from China. Around that time also, on another issue, in order to lower the cost of transporting food from Mindanao to Luzon, we built a nationwide network of RoRo-capable ferry routes. In the process of bringing down the cost of transporting food, the RoRo connections also encourage more tourists to take the bus trip to Boracay, which costs 1/10 the price of a plane ticket to the same destination. We formed our super regions, with each super region emphasizing a particular growth track and therefore a particular priority for investments. The Central Philippines Super Region, which extends from Bicol to the whole of the Visayas, to Palawan, and to the islands of northern Mindanao, has tourism for its core growth strategy. That means giving higher priority to infrastructure that will provide access to tourism destinations in that super region. For instance, we have completed new airports in Iloilo and Bacolod Silay. We also fixed the airport in Busuanga. We're working on the airport in Panglao. The airport in Giwan, we also improved. The airport in Siargao, which is part of the Central Philippines because it's an island in northern Mindanao. And we fixed the roads going to the favorite tourism destinations. Policy reforms in infrastructure and transport, including the progressive liberalization of the airline industry, also have given our tourism a boost. Liberalized policies increased air access from major tourist markets, including new flights from Incheon, Busan, Shanghai, Guangzhou, and Kaohsiung. And while the national government readied the infrastructure, the DOT likewise escalated its tourism investment promotions, encouraging establishments to build more hotels, and other facilities, a variety of financing schemes, and a stronger pitch for tourism investments facilitated the building of new hotels and other facilities in favorite destinations and up-and-coming tourist attractions. And that is part of why we are also here today, not only to convene this Tourism Congress, the first activity in compliance with the new Tourism Act, but also to celebrate 555 billion pesos of investments in tourism. And this is Marriott, which represents the 555th billion pesos of investments. So far, the Andrew Tan Group has already spent $500 million in this complex. And they will be spending $700 million before this complex is completed. And there is another group that Andrew has gone into partnership with, which is a Shimao Group, one of the biggest groups of China. Shimao had originally wanted to put up a $1 billion investment in BCDA, but the land available that they wanted was not all available for them. And so they entered into an agreement. They looked for a good Filipino partner. They found one in Andrew Tan, and they are putting up another $700 million investment in Fort Bonifacio. So the Andrew Tan Group here, and in partnership with Shimao in Fort Bonifacio, will give us $1.5 billion in tourism investment, a member of our billion-dollar club. But today we are celebrating. The private sector has poured 555 billion pesos into building accommodations and tourism utilities. Investments in tourism transport also expanded. In 2004, it was 163 million. In 2008, it became 30.5 billion, with the airline sector undertaking aggressive refleeting programs to meet the growing demand. Today, 3 to 4 major airlines service tourist destinations with flights of at least 2 to 3 times daily, giving tourists greater choices of time and more value for their money. Your participation, the private sector participation in tourism, has taken a new promising turn in recent months, with major players pouring investments not only in resorts, not only in airplanes, but even in infrastructure projects. For instance, the expansion and modernization of the Caticlan Airport is not being done by government. It's being done by the private sector. The wastewater treatment facility in Boracay Island is being done not by the government, but by the private sector. And of course, we must thank even the agencies outside the DOT family for doing their share to facilitate tourism. For example, the Bureau of Immigration's Visa on Arrival program has effectively reduced the document requirements and the hassle that tourists detest. And so because of all of these efforts, all of us together, we have witnessed an impressive increase in our tourism arrivals. Our tourists, for the first 6 months of this year, are more than double the tourists for the whole year of 2001. Congratulations to all of you. With the rise in tourist arrivals has come an increase in job opportunities. Employment in tourism and related industries account for almost 10% of total employment. The industry directly employs more than 3 million Filipinos now, more than 3 times the jobs it created in 2001. So tourism has doubled, but has created 3 times the job. With Republic Act 9593, the Tourism Act of 2009, we shall not only strengthen the Department of Tourism, but which will also strengthen a strategic partnership between government and the private sector. And that is why we are gathered here today to cement, in accordance with the law, that strong government-private sector partnership. And so on this day, as we convene this Congress, I thank you for all the hard work that you in the private sector have given to bring Philippine tourism to where it is today. And I congratulate your partners in the government sector as well. I am pleased to witness this Congress convene for the first time, and I trust that your success will be repeated again and again in the future. Mabuhay ang Philippine tourism. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat.